Hello, hello. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and jump on in, shall we? We start out with no place like home. Pisces, the reason I'm chuckling is because you guys don't know this, but I had tried to start your video. I did a shuffle out of this deck and this card came out. And then I grabbed this deck, which I feel like I should again, and the 10 of Cups card came out. And then my doggie was barking on the other side of the... No way. Okay, this is definitely, sorry, this is like one for the books. I swear, I know. God, I wish I had held on to that other video clip. Anyway, I had to get up and open the door because although it wasn't closed on Aries, he imagined that he couldn't use his snout to swing the door back open. So he was roughing and barking, and I had to stop and go open the door for him wider so he could come in and get some pets. And so I thought, oh, this is too disruptive. Let me start your video again. And I deleted it and was just like, we'll just start fresh. I cannot believe this. I mean, it does happen sometimes. If you guys have ever been with me in the lives, when I'm doing like card pulls for members and subscribers, sometimes we'll do a shuffle, we'll get a card out and the very next person gets the same exact card. But to have it happen twice in a row with two different decks is pretty unheard of. So Pisces, we're just going to roll with this and say, this is so cool. We have an 8 of Cups. Somebody is missing home. They're missing togetherness, but why are they out here on their own? This card, we didn't get this card. Okay, so we're now into new territory. But these first two were the cards that came out before Aries started woofing and I had to stop the video. So, oh, I wish I had held on to that. So you guys could see it and know that I'm telling you the truth. Anyway, with that 8 of Cups, we have this character that is walking away off on their own. Oh, no, they're not walking away. They're coming home. We literally have the hand of the divine saying, you know where you want to be, so go home. Go back to the place that you consider home. I feel like this is somebody who wants to go toward Pisces. I mean, I know we do have a lot of cup energy, but now we also brought in that Ace of Wands. I mean, this could all be Pisces that is going to be turning around and going home, going back to a place. Maybe they lived in a place that's green, a place that has mountains. Maybe they lived in a valley and they missed that. We've got the serpent here. This is the year of the snake. So it's happening this year. We have a character who is missing the green grass of home. I'm thinking of Tom Jones music. We have the same house basically in all of these pictures, right? There's the house. There's the house. There's the house off in the distance on the 10 of Cups. And I'm sorry. I was going to say, I swore I saw a house here also. Yeah, it's right there on the 8 of Cups. Okay, somebody's on their way home this year. It may not be immediate, but they're making big plans to move, to change. This is where they want to build a house, stay permanently. We have a 10 of Wands. Their wandering days are over. This could be a fire sign who misses. It could be a same-sex couple, by the way. We actually do have a same-sex couple here. Two masculines, two feminines, doesn't matter. It could be opposite genders, doesn't matter. I'm just mentioning the other attributes on these cards. I also think somebody really they've been out in the world of the world, traveling about, having to use their sharp wits in order to survive. And at this point, they're like, I don't really want to be around people that I have to be 2 steps ahead of in order to be successful. Look, I would feel very strongly that we have a character who, it's been a long time since they were near somebody that they really cared about, that they felt safe with, that they really could build with. This is somebody who wants to like repair a home, build a home with Pisces. They've been gone a long time, or Pisces have been gone a long time. And sometimes when we leave our roots, we leave where we're from, or we leave the people that we're closest to, and we go out into the big old world for our adventure. Sometimes what we also find out is like, man, there's a reason they say it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, right? It's like, wow, I have had a lot of foxes I've had to deal with. I've had a lot of people I've, not been able to trust around me. And I just really want to come home to people that I can trust. I want a simpler life, a more meaningful life. I want to be home with a partner that I love and who loves me. Whoever this is, man, they already know that wonderful life exists and they miss it. They would rather spend time repairing fences and lattice than, dining at 5-star restaurants and rushing about and living a jet setter lifestyle with people that they can't even trust. They would rather build a stable home and life. 2 of Pentacles. This character got it. They did what they had to. Maybe this was Pisces, who was like, I need to go out into the world, make my way, live the cosmopolitan life. But in truth, it satisfied my need for the adventure. I proved that, I can survive in like that context, but honestly, I'd rather survive in a different world, in a different, more heart-centered, more comfortable, more earthy environment. That's really who I am. We got an Ace of Swords again. We got the house here. That we always see the same kind of big farm style house again and again and again. And it's interesting that is literally different decks, different artists, different everything, but you notice it is the same stinking house, right? Literally same stinking house. Beautiful house, not stinking house. I don't know why I feel like this is Pisces going home to their mountains, going home to a farm style house. I know that we could be talking about somebody else who's coming home to Pisces. I feel like this is Pisces choosing where they want to live. It feels much more like our lead character is making all these choices. We have the Fool card. Here I go. I would say sometime by summer, our character has decided, that's it, I'm done. I'm ready to go back home. I'm ready to live in the country. I'm ready to build my farmhouse or restore my farmhouse. I really feel like Pisces is going to be restoring a farmhouse with a wonderful romantic partner, someplace in an area that they're very familiar with. And I feel like this is going to be a very happy forever relationship. We got that Three of Swords. I will say this, the idea of like, this is what I want. I really want to go home. I really want something more meaningful. That idea has been like, fomenting for a while. And it's probably because the final like nail in the coffin here is, sometimes on the heels of like pain or hurt or betrayal or tragedy, like, one too many people in our lives turn out to be like false friends. And then we go, you know what? Screw this. It just left a sour taste in my mouth. I don't care to have that job that was, jet setter lifestyle if I have to work with, a den of vipers. I don't care to travel around and have exciting adventures if I keep getting betrayed by the very people that I thought I was building connections and friends with. That's the final nail in the coffin where it's like, I'm done with this. I'm going back to this green land where I can feel like I have roots and there's stability and I can be genuinely happy and build something long lasting. I feel like Pisces is getting like one too many sour experiences under their belt in like another lifestyle. And that is why they're saying, I'm done with this. I'm going back to maybe the small town that I lived in. Feels like this is the year that Pisces is going to be moving. And they're going to love what they're doing. They're loving that they are going back someplace that is where they feel so comfortable. Page of Wands. Sometimes the most negative experiences in our life propel us forward to getting back on the path that's really the best one for us, the more real one for us. And that is exactly what we have happening here. That Page of Wands is like, I'm ready to take that step toward my great happiness. I'm going to start looking for the farmhouse that I want to buy. I'm going to start doing what I need to make this happen. We have Temperance in the reverse. We have Four of Swords. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. You know what's so crazy? I'm wondering if, I know this is a highly specific story, but Pisces may wind up moving back. First, they may take a trip back to wherever home is, a smaller town that they came from. And they're like, yeah, I really am going to move back. Oh God, it feels so good to be back. But first, they may stay with a friend and just kind of like rest and recuperate. They might spend like 4 weeks just staying with a friend, staying with a family member, sleeping in, like really just purging something. Because when they come back initially, even though this is what Pisces wants, they may need a little bit of time to just kind of like catch their breath. And I really feel like they have a soft place to land. Like Pisces is going to have a good friend to come stay with for, some time. And then they kind of like regroup and they're like, oh, you know what? I'm actually, okay, I'm ready now. I'm going to go house hunting, or I'm going to, after I've caught my breath a little bit. Their friend could be an earth energy who is a source of really good luck for them. Somebody who's very nurturing or this could be a mother that they go and stay with for a little bit. But I really feel like Pisces is going to be able to like recharge their batteries first. Tell me about that 10 of Cups. Is it that Pisces is going back home to like be with family first, or is it that Pisces, oh no, Pisces is going to be winding up falling in love with somebody for sure. We do have a King of Pentacles. You know what's so crazy? Pisces was out in the world, living in a big city or living someplace far away from where they were, originally from. And they had terrible experience after terrible experience. And maybe they were, trying to make their way in this world, make a lot of money. What's ironic is when they turn, they make a U-turn and come back to their own smaller town. That could be where they meet somebody, first off, who's incredibly affluent. They could wind up living in a very grand house. They could wind up having a better quality life at a smaller town where they were already from, where they find everything they were looking for: adventure, love, romance, financial stability. And it's so crazy because they thought they had to go out into the world and go find it somewhere else. And all they found was kind of misery, one problem after another, one issue after another. With that Five of Swords, it was like everything was a blockage, because it's like Pisces was being told again and again, hey, the universe is like, you know what, Pisces, you really aren't meant for this. You're meant for something better. So we're going to give you an experience that you're one by one, you're going to keep hitting roadblocks. You're going to keep meeting people that aren't really the right partner, because your right partner is actually, they're back in that town you came from. I think this Pisces is going to have it all. I think that they will have had their adventures. They will have grown and lived and had, yes, some painful experiences, but it's channeling them back to, not to go backwards in life, but rather to get on the life path that is really true for what they want, who they are. Sometimes people are born in a town and they go, as soon as I was old enough, I left and I never went back. They knew that their life path wasn't supposed to be in the area they were raised in. Other times people, are born and raised, they leave and then they come back because that actually, is part of their true life path. That's what this happens to be for our Pisces in this story. And it's so beautiful to see. And I'm like cheering for them, and I feel so happy for them because it just looks like a breath of fresh air. It looks like they're going to be really, really, really happy. And it's actually a simpler, you'd think that upheaval and changing everything in your life would be a big drama. But in this storyline, it says it's going to be easy for Pisces. They have a soft place to land. Their life immediately gets better than the heartbreak that they were experiencing. They were kind of road weary or tired of whatever the other lifestyle was that they had. They're ready for this change, and it's all falling into place. So very nice story. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.